Once you've properly determined that baby is ready for solids, you are then faced with what to introduce first.
Health Canada recommends iron-rich foods as first foods, and iron-fortified infant cereal would be one choice. The other choice would be meats and alternatives that would supply a good source of iron for baby. Some good choices in iron would be the meats that are darker in color. Things like beef and lamb have more iron than things like chicken would have. Chicken legs are darker, they have more iron than chicken breast. So those would all be good sources of iron. Also alternatives like legumes or beans would be appropriate as well, tofu.
When introducing pablum or baby cereal, there are ways to make it safe for baby.
The only way that they should be getting it is from a bowl, and whether the baby tries to self-feed or whether mom's trying to help or dad's trying to help them, it should never be put into a bottle, because again, at that point, babies that are ready for solids, they're able to take that food and transfer from the front of their mouth to the back of their mouth and swallow. For a baby that needs to have that or supposedly needs to have it in a bottle to take it, that means they're too young to take solids in. After they have been taking the iron-fortified cereal or meats really well, and we've got their, a good source of iron in their diet, then we can kind of move on to the fruits and vegetables, and that really provides them with a good source of vitamin A and C. So when we're looking at which specific fruits and vegetables, ones that are deeper orange in color would be a really good source of vitamin A. If you're looking at dark green vegetables, that would be good sources of folic acid. They have good sources of vitamin C. All those things are really necessary in order to help keep your baby healthy and get them used to those kinds of foods early on, so they just become part of their healthy diet as they get older. The juice question is something that comes up quite often. And in that first year of life, you don't absolutely have to be introducing juice. If you choose to do that, we'd like to see babies taking a wide variety of fruits and vegetables first, and then to have a little bit of juice. But really under that year mark, we're looking at no more than about 4 ounces per day, whether that's diluted or not. And that being said, they don't require juice. So really, if you didn't offer it in that first year, that would be just fine too.
Here now are some guidelines about introducing milk and alternatives.
Between 9 and 12 months is when we say that you can start introducing cow's milk. And we do look at whole cow's milk as being kind of the best choice for baby up until about age 2. Now, if your baby's taking iron-rich foods really well, then the cow's milk can be introduced without a concern. If your baby's having issues trying to get enough iron-rich foods in, sometimes what happens is the milk isn't as good of a source of iron, and it kind of takes over, and the baby will end up not doing as well with their iron intake. So it's one of those things we'd like to see. Then maybe that baby taking the cow's milk closer to a year might be better for them until their diet gets a little more variety and gets a little bit more iron-rich food into it. But it can be anywhere from about 9 to 12 months, and again, a discussion with your healthcare practitioner would probably be in order if you're unsure.